You were not born to survive. You were born to dominate. And every day you spend just getting by is a day you insult your Creator and abandon your assignment. I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to make you confront the truth that has been whispering to you in the quiet moments, in the middle of your frustration, in the depth of your disappointment. The truth that you are living beneath your design. The truth that you have been lied to about who you are and what you carry. The truth that your current reality is not your final destination unless you choose to camp there. Let me tell you something that took me 40 years to understand. You don't have a purpose, you are a purpose. You are not searching for meaning. You are meaning wrapped in flesh, walking around looking for expression. The crisis of your life is not that you don't know what to do. The crisis is that you've been doing what everyone else told you to do. And now you're angry because their instructions don't fit your design. You've been reading someone else's manual, trying to operate your life, and wondering why nothing works. You cannot run your life on another person's instruction. You are custom made. You are original. And until you stop trying to be a copy, you will never discover the masterpiece you already are. I want to share 3 lessons with you today. 3 truths I discovered too late in my journey, but not too late to change everything. These are not theories. These are scars. These are victories. These are the moments when heaven pulled back the curtain and showed me what I was too blind to see while I was busy being busy. If I could go back and whisper these lessons to my younger self, I would save myself a decade of confusion and a lifetime of regret. But since I cannot go back, I'll give them to you. And if you have ears to hear, your life will split into 2 chapters, before this moment and after this moment. The first lesson is this: your value was set before you arrived, not after you perform. Listen to me carefully. You did not come here to earn worth. You came here with worth. The manufacturer determines value, not the market. A diamond doesn't become valuable when someone buys it. It was valuable in the dirt. You are not valuable because someone recognized you. You are valuable because the one who made you stamped his image on you before you took your first breath. But here's the tragedy. Most of you are living like items on clearance, begging for validation, discounting yourselves, hoping someone will pick you off the shelf. And when they do, you're so grateful that you allow them to misuse you, underpay you, disrespect you, because somewhere deep down you believe you're lucky to be chosen. Let me break this lie off your life right now. You are not lucky to be here. The world is lucky you showed up. Your presence is not an accident. Your existence is intentional. Your life is the answer to a problem that existed before you were born. God does not make extras. He does not create backups. There is no audition for your life. You are not competing for a spot. You already have one. You are not trying to get in. You were sent in. And until you understand this, you will spend your entire life trying to prove you belong in rooms you were actually sent to lead. I used to think I had to shout to be heard. I used to think I had to perform to be noticed. I used to believe that my value increased when people applauded and decreased when they criticized. And that belief almost destroyed me. Because when you tie your worth to the opinions of others, you become a puppet on the string of public approval. You lose your voice because you're afraid of losing their applause. You shrink because you don't want to offend. You hide your gift because you don't want to outshine someone who can't handle your light. And the most dangerous part, you start to believe that silence means you're worthless and noise means you're significant. But the truth that set me free is this: the lion does not turn around when the small dog barks. Not because the lion is arrogant, but because the lion knows who it is. The lion's identity is not shaped by the dog's opinion. And when you know who you are, really know it, criticism becomes white noise and praise becomes a bonus, not your source. Your value is a constant, not a variable. It does not go up and down based on circumstances. It was locked in before you showed up. And the moment you accept this, you stop begging for seats at tables and you start building your own. Here's what happens when you don't know your value. You attract people who don't know your value. You accept treatment that insults your design. You stay in relationships that drain you because you're afraid no one else will want you. You work jobs that underutilize you because you're grateful someone hired you. You tolerate disrespect because you think you deserve it. And year after year, you become smaller, quieter, dimmer, until one day you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back. That's not humility. That's tragedy. And it's time to wake up. The second lesson I wish I knew sooner is this: your gift is not for you, it's for them. And if you die with it still inside you, you've robbed the world. I spent years afraid to step out, afraid to speak up, afraid to show what I carried because I didn't think I was ready. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I had permission. And every day I waited, someone who needed what I had went without it. Let that sink in. Every day you procrastinate on your purpose, you delay someone's breakthrough. Every day you hide your gift, you withhold someone's solution. Your fear is not just affecting you, it's affecting them. The people you were sent to serve, the people who are praying for exactly what you carry. You see, the problem with most of us is that we think our gift is about us. We think it's supposed to make us rich, make us famous, make us comfortable. And when it doesn't do that, immediately we get discouraged and quit. But your gift was never designed to serve you first. It was designed to serve others through you. You are the vessel, not the destination. You are the channel, not the source. And when you shift your focus from what your gift can do for you to what it can do through you, everything changes. Suddenly, it's not about your fear anymore. It's about their need. It's not about your readiness. It's about their desperation. I'll never forget the moment this hit me. I was sitting in my small apartment, frustrated, broke, and bitter. I had a gift. I knew I had something to say, but nobody was listening, nobody was calling, nobody was paying, and I was angry at God. I said, why did you put this in me if nobody wants it? And in the stillness, I heard something that broke me. They want it. You're just waiting for an invitation that's never coming. Stop waiting to be chosen. Go choose yourself. That day, I realized I didn't need permission. I needed obedience. I didn't need a platform. I needed courage. And I didn't need applause. I needed action. Here's the raw truth. The graveyard is the richest place on earth. It's filled with books never written, songs never sung, businesses never started, inventions never created, because people waited. They waited for the right time. They waited for enough money. They waited for someone to believe in them. They waited until they felt ready, and they died waiting. Don't let that be your story. You will never feel fully ready. You will never have all the answers. You will never have perfect conditions, but you do have enough to start. And starting scared is better than staying stuck. Your gift will make room for you, but only if you take it out of the closet. You cannot be discovered in hiding. You cannot be promoted in silence. You cannot be celebrated in secret. I'm not saying be loud for attention. I'm saying be bold in obedience. There's a difference. Noise seeks attention. Purpose seeks impact. And the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more people who will stop apologizing for their gift and start administering it. Stop asking if you're allowed to shine. You were built to shine. It's not arrogance to operate in your design. It's obedience. And here's the beautiful part. When you release your gift, it doesn't just help others, it heals you. There's something that happens when you stop hoarding what you carry and start pouring it out. You discover that you're not empty. You're endless. You're not running out. You're flowing over. Because God doesn't give you a gift and then limit the supply. He gives you the gift and then becomes your supply. The more you give, the more you have. That's the economy of the kingdom. That's the secret. The greedy will never know. You don't lose by giving. You multiply. The third lesson I wish I knew sooner is this. Your pain is not punishment. It's preparation. Everything you've been through was setting you up for everything you're about to step into. I know some of you have been through hell. I know some of you are carrying wounds that nobody sees and fighting battles that nobody knows about. I know some of you have cried until you had no tears left and prayed until you had no words left. And somewhere in the middle of that pain, you started believing that God forgot you, that he abandoned you, that you did something wrong, and now you're paying for it. But what if I told you that you're not being punished? What if I told you that you're being prepared? What if the wilderness you're walking through is not a curse, but a classroom? What if the delay is not a denial, but a development process? What if the closed door was not rejection, but redirection? What if the loss was not the end, but the beginning of something greater than you could have imagined? Let me tell you something about process. A seed has to break before it can grow. A diamond has to endure pressure before it can shine. Gold has to go through fire before it can be purified. And you have to go through pain before you can step into purpose. Not because God is cruel, but because greatness is not given. It's forged. Purpose is not handed out. It's hammered out. And every blow you feel, every betrayal you survive, every disappointment you endure is shaping you into the person who can handle the weight of what's coming. I used to hate my story. I used to be ashamed of my scars. I used to wish I could erase the chapters that hurt the most. But now I understand. Those chapters gave me credibility. Those scars gave me authority. That pain gave me a message. Because now when I stand in front of someone who's broken, I don't speak theory. I speak testimony. I don't quote books. I point to scars. And they know I'm not guessing. I've been where they are. And I came out. And if I came out, they can come out. Your mess is your message. Your test is your testimony. Your pain is your platform. Stop running from it. Stop hiding it. Stop being ashamed of it. What you've survived is what someone else needs to hear to believe they can survive too. You are not damaged goods. You are a decorated soldier. Those scars are not signs of weakness. They are medals of honor. You didn't just go through it, you came through it. And that's the difference between a victim and a victor. But here's the key. You have to extract the lesson from the pain, or the pain will be wasted. You cannot just go through it. You have to grow through it. Every hardship carries a hidden curriculum. Every setback has a setup embedded in it. Every loss is teaching you something about gain. But if you spend all your time complaining, you'll miss the lesson. If you spend all your energy being bitter, you'll miss the blessing. Pain is inevitable, but misery is optional. You can go through the storm and come out broken, or you can go through the storm and come out better. The storm doesn't decide, you do. I've learned that God will never waste your pain. He's too intentional for that. He's too strategic for that. Everything you've endured has been documented. Everything you've overcome has been recorded. And one day, you're going to stand in front of someone who's about to give up, and your story is going to be the reason they hold on. Your survival is going to be their hope. Your comeback is going to be their courage. And in that moment, you're going to look back at everything you went through and say, now I understand. It wasn't about me. It was always about them. So stop saying, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what is this preparing me for? Stop saying, I can't believe I had to go through that, and start saying, I can't wait to see what this is setting me up for. Your perspective determines your power. And when you shift how you see your pain, you unlock the purpose hidden inside it. Now, let me pull all three lessons together because they're connected. You are valuable because of who made you, not what you've done. Your gift is not for you. It's for the people who need what you carry. And your pain is not punishment. It's preparation for the assignment that's ahead. These three truths form the foundation of a purpose-driven life. And when you build on this foundation, nothing can shake you. You see, most people are living backward. They're trying to find their value in achievements. They're trying to hoard their gifts for personal gain. They're trying to avoid pain at all costs. And they end up empty, frustrated, and confused because they're building on sand. They're operating outside their design. And nothing works outside of design. A fish cannot thrive on land no matter how hard it tries. A bird cannot swim in the ocean no matter how much it practices. And you cannot fulfill your purpose by living someone else's plan. You have to come back to the blueprint. You have to come back to the original intent. Why were you made? What problem were you sent to solve? What pain were you assigned to heal? These are not philosophical questions. These are practical ones. And until you answer them, you'll keep wondering, keep starting over, keep feeling like something's missing, because something is missing. You're missing you, the real you, the uncensored, unedited, unapologetic you that heaven designed before the world told you who to be. I want to talk to someone who's been playing small, someone who's been hiding in the shadows, hoping nobody notices them, praying nobody calls on them. You think you're being humble, but you're being disobedient. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. Real humility says, I know what I carry, and it's too important to keep it to myself. Real humility steps up not because it's confident in itself, but because it's confident in the one who sent it. You are not showing off when you operate in your gift. You're showing up, and the world needs you to show up. I want to talk to someone who's been waiting for permission, waiting for someone to validate you, approve you, anoint you, endorse you. You're waiting for a crown that was already placed on your head before you were born. You're waiting for authority that was already deposited in you when you took your first breath. Nobody can give you what you already have. They can only recognize it. And if they don't, that's not your problem. That's their blindness. Stop waiting. Start walking. The door will open when you get there, not before you move. I want to talk to someone who's been bitter about the past. You've been replaying the betrayal, rehearsing the pain, reliving the loss, and it's poisoning your future. You have to release it. Not because they deserve your forgiveness, but because you deserve your freedom. Unforgiveness is drinking poison and expecting them to die. Bitterness is carrying chains and blaming them for your captivity. Let it go. Not for them, for you. Because you can't step into your future while dragging your past. You can't fly with weights. And that pain you're holding is the only thing keeping you grounded. Here's what I've learned. Life is not about avoiding pain. It's about converting pain into power. It's not about escaping hardship. It's about extracting wisdom from it. It's not about getting everything you want. It's about becoming everything you were created to be. And sometimes what you want has to die so that what you need can be born. Sometimes the dream has to break so that the destiny can emerge. Sometimes you have to lose what you love to find what you're made for. The enemy of great is not bad, it's good. Most people never become great because they settle for good, a good job, a good relationship, a good life. And good is comfortable. Good pays the bills. Good doesn't require risk. But good is also the place where dreams go to die. Because good is the enemy of the great that's inside you. And until you're willing to walk away from good to pursue great, you'll stay stuck, you'll stay safe, and you'll stay small. I'm not telling you to be reckless. I'm telling you to be courageous. There's a difference. Reckless ignores wisdom. Courage obeys it. Reckless jumps without looking. Courage jumps because it looked and saw that staying is more dangerous than going. Some of you are so afraid of making the wrong move that you're not making any move. And immobility is its own kind of death. You're dying in comfort. You're suffocating in safety. And one day you're going to wake up and realize that the life you were protecting was never really lived. Let me tell you what happens when you step out. You will fail. You will stumble. You will make mistakes. People will criticize you. Some will celebrate your fall. But you will also discover strength you didn't know you had. You will uncover gifts you forgot were there. You will meet people who were waiting for exactly what you carry. And you will look back one day and realize that the scariest step you ever took was the best decision you ever made. I'm in my later years now, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, the only regrets I have are the risks I didn't take, the words I didn't say, the dreams I delayed, the moments I let fear win. I don't regret the failures. I don't regret the mistakes. I don't even regret the pain, because all of that taught me something. All of that shaped me. All of that brought me here. But the things I didn't do, those haunt me, because I never know what could have been. So I'm begging you, don't wait. Don't delay. Don't let another year pass where you're living beneath your design. You were not created to blend in. You were created to stand out. You were not designed to follow. You were designed to lead. You were not made to consume. You were made to create. And every day you spend trying to be like everyone else is a day you rob the world of the original you were meant to be. Your value is set. Your gift is needed. Your pain has purpose. Now the question is, what are you going to do with this truth? Are you going to nod your head and go back to normal? Or are you going to let this moment mark you, change you, launch you? I can't make that choice for you. Nobody can. This is the moment where you decide, not tomorrow, not next year, right now. You have everything you need. You've always had it. It's been inside you, waiting for permission to come out. And today, I'm giving you that permission. Not because I have the authority, but because you need to hear it from someone. You are allowed to be great. You are allowed to pursue your dream. You are allowed to walk away from what's killing you and walk toward what's calling you. You don't need anyone's approval. You need your own obedience. The world is waiting, not for a perfect you, for a present you, not for a polished you, for an authentic you, not for a version of you that has it all together, for a version of you that shows up even when it's messy, even when it's hard, even when it's scary. Because that's the version that changes things. That's the version that inspires. That's the version that leads. So here's my final word to you. Stop rehearsing the problem and start releasing the solution. Stop replaying yesterday and start creating tomorrow. Stop waiting for perfect and start working with what you have. Your life is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. This is the moment. This is your time. And if not now, when? If not you, who? You were born on purpose, for a purpose, with a purpose. And that purpose is too important to stay hidden. It's too powerful to stay silent. It's too urgent to stay delayed. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs the original. And the original is you. Unfiltered, unapologetic, unstoppable. Now go. Go be who you were created to be. Go do what you were sent to do. Go live the life that's been waiting for you to show up. And when fear whispers, you can't, let faith roar back. Watch me. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your purpose is calling. Answer it. But let me tell you something else that took me years to understand. You cannot birth your future while nursing your past. You cannot step into tomorrow while your hands are still gripping yesterday. Some of you have been holding on to things that were never meant to go with you. Old relationships that died years ago, but you're still trying to resurrect. Old dreams that expired, but you're still trying to force. Old versions of yourself that no longer fit, but you're afraid to outgrow. And all that weight is slowing you down. There's a reason why a plane has to leave the ground to fly. There's a reason why a rocket has to break free from gravity to reach space. And there's a reason why you have to let go of what's comfortable to grab hold of what's possible. You were not designed to live in yesterday. Yesterday was a teacher, not a destination. It taught you lessons. It gave you scars. It showed you what works and what doesn't. But it's over, and the longer you stay there, the more you miss what's trying to happen here. I've watched people waste decades trying to fix something that God already closed, trying to force open doors that were locked for their protection, trying to make people stay who were assigned to leave. And in the process, they missed the new thing, the new person, the new opportunity that was standing right in front of them. You have to learn the difference between what's dying and what's being born. They don't look the same. What's dying feels familiar but draining. What's being born feels unfamiliar but energizing. What's dying requires you to beg, convince, and prove. What's being born invites you, celebrates you, and requires you. Stop trying to water dead plants. Stop trying to fix broken people who don't want to be fixed. Stop trying to make room for you in spaces where there's no seat. If you have to shrink to fit, it's not your place. If you have to dim your lights so they can shine, they're not your people. If you have to sacrifice your peace to maintain the relationship, it's not your assignment. And the moment you realize this, you'll stop forcing and start flowing. Here's what I need you to hear. Closed doors are not always rejections. Sometimes they're redirections. Sometimes God is saving you from something you're begging him for. Sometimes what you think is a setback is actually a setup. Sometimes the person who left made room for the person who's coming. Sometimes the job you lost launched you into the business you were meant to build. But you'll never see the new door if you're still standing at the old one, knocking, crying, begging it to open. I remember when I lost something I thought I couldn't live without. I was devastated. I was angry at God. I said, how could you let this happen? I prayed. I fasted. I believed. And in my brokenness, I heard something that changed my perspective forever. I didn't take it from you. I took you from it. It was killing you. And you tell, I loved it too much to let it go. So I loved you enough to let it hurt. That moment broke me and rebuilt me at the same time, because I realized that sometimes God's greatest mercy looks like his cruelty. Sometimes his protection feels like punishment. And sometimes his love has to hurt before it can heal. You see, the problem is we want comfort more than we want growth. We want ease more than we want excellence. We want the microwave when God is using the crock pot. We want instant when he's building permanent. And because we don't understand the process, we think he's forgotten us. But God doesn't forget. He doesn't abandon. He doesn't make mistakes. He's just working on a level you can't see yet. Building something bigger than you prayed for. Preparing something better than you imagined. Let me tell you about timing. Your timing and God's timing are rarely the same. You want it now. He says, not yet. You think you're ready. He knows you're not. You think you're being delayed. He knows you're being developed. And the tension between your expectation and his intention is where most people quit. They get tired of waiting. They get frustrated with the process. They start believing that if it was meant to be, it would happen by now. And they walk away right before the breakthrough. Don't do that. Don't quit in the dark what you believed in the light. Don't abort the promise because you don't like the process. Don't give up on yourself because the timeline doesn't match your expectation. Some things take time. Some things require seasons. Some things cannot be rushed. A baby needs 9 months. A seed needs seasons. A diamond needs pressure. And you need time to become who you're supposed to be before you can handle what you're supposed to have. Immature gifts create chaos. Premature promotion creates destruction. When you get something before you're ready for it, it ruins you. That's why God won't give you everything you ask for when you ask for it. He loves you too much to let you destroy yourself with blessings you're not prepared to manage. So he makes you wait, not to punish you, but to protect you, not to deny you, but to prepare you. And if you'll trust the process instead of fighting it, you look back one day and thank him for the delays that saved your life. Now let me talk to the person who feels invisible. You've been working hard, doing the right things, showing up, giving your best, and nobody's noticing, nobody's celebrating you, nobody's promoting you, and you're starting to wonder if any of it matters. Let me tell you something that will shift your perspective. Your audience is not your validator. Heaven is watching even when earth is ignoring. God is keeping records even when people are keeping secrets. And every seed you planted in secret, every act of faithfulness nobody saw, every moment you did the right thing when it would have been easy to do the wrong thing, it's all been documented. You are not forgotten. You are being tested. There's a difference between being overlooked and being observed. Sometimes God hides you because he's developing you. Sometimes he keeps you in obscurity because he's protecting you from premature exposure. Sometimes he delays the applause because he's building character that can handle the platform. And if you stay faithful in the hidden place, he'll make sure you're found in the public place. But here's the key. You have to work like people are watching even when nobody is. You have to give your best even when nobody's applauding. You have to stay excellent even when nobody's paying attention, because mediocrity in secret becomes mediocrity in public. How you do anything is how you do everything. And if you're sloppy in the hidden place, you'll be sloppy on the big stage. Character is who you are when nobody's looking. Integrity is doing what's right even when it costs you something. And if you'll maintain that in the dark, God will trust you with influence in the light. Let me give you one more truth before I release you. Your life is not about you. I know that sounds harsh, but it's liberating. When you realize your life is about something bigger than your comfort, your pleasure, your success, everything changes. You stop living for applause and start living for impact. You stop chasing recognition and start chasing assignment. You stop asking, what can I get? And start asking, what can I give? The most fulfilled people I know are not the richest, the most famous, or the most successful by the world's standards. They're the ones who found their why. The ones who discovered what they were put on this planet to do and gave their life to it. They're the teachers who pour into students nobody else believes in. They're the parents who sacrifice their dreams so their children can live theirs. They're the business owners who create jobs, not just profits. They're the artists who use their platform to heal, not just entertain. They're the everyday people who show up, serve quietly, love deeply, and leave the world better than they found it. That's legacy. Not what you accumulate, what you contribute. Not what you achieve, what you give. Not how many people know your name, how many lives you touch with your presence. And when you get to the end of your life, the only question that will matter is, did you do what you were sent to do? Did you become who you were created to be? Did you give what you were designed to give? So I leave you with this. You have one life, one chance, one assignment. Don't waste it trying to be someone else. Don't waste it playing it safe. Don't waste it waiting for perfect conditions that will never come. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your turn. And the world is waiting for you to stop rehearsing and start performing. Stop planning and start executing. Stop talking and start walking. You are enough. You have enough. You know enough. Now go be the answer someone's been praying for. Go be the light in someone's darkness. Go be the voice that says what needs to be said. Go be the hands that do what needs to be done. Your purpose is not coming. It's here. Your time is not later. It's now. Your life is not someday. It's today. Now go and don't come back until you've become everything heaven designed you to be.